Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 85 with me, Jessica Brigden of DSP, Creative Cardiology. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've had a great week. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday and a good lead into your weekend. We have some beautiful butterfly products to play with today. Of course, Stampin' Up! Just released they're calling it the Butterfly Bouquet promotion. And that includes the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set, the coordinating Brilliant Wings dies. Oops, that one's flying off of there. Hey, Janelle. And then we have this gorgeous Butterfly Bijou Designer Series paper, which is also a lot of fun to say. So you might wonder why I've got it in the baggie. Well, the paper comes, it's a 6x6 stack. It's shrink wrapped like that. I have already, I'm going through, I'm on my second full pack. And I like to keep all of my little its and bits and pieces all together nicely. So I put it in a quart size plastic baggie here. The quart size works perfect for these 6x6 paper stacks. And then everything is nice and tidy in there. Hey, Aunt Kathy. Hey, Luann. Hello, everybody. All right, we got a few viewers, so I'm excited to have you guys here. And yes, so I saw this card, or a template on Pinterest that used different strips of designer series paper across the card. Hey Pam, you caught me live, that's awesome. So yeah, so I saw this card on Pinterest that used different strips of paper and I liked the layout. So I'm looking at that, I was like, you know, I could do that with Stampin' Up! And it would look gorgeous with our new Butterfly Bijou Designer Series paper as a way to showcase all of those brilliant patterns. So I'm taking that template, running with it, and I hope you're gonna really enjoy seeing it because I think it's one of those templates that's now gonna be like a go-to, especially when using those designer series papers that we love to get into. We don't want you to just hoard it. We do want you to love it and drop it, as Kylie says, and really get into it or use it. So I think you're really gonna enjoy the cards that we're making today. To make 6 cards, to each of 3 designs, so that you'll have a way to get you started with your new bundle. All right, so all those details are in the comment section here. And if you are watching the replay or watching the replay on YouTube, don't forget to leave me your comments. Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, and hit that notification bell too. All right, let's get started stamping. Hey, Bonnie, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. And yes, I hope you guys love these butterfly products. I mean, who doesn't love butterflies, right? Yes, and if you are shopping online, then here is my host code. I changed my sign, so it is correct. And we are now in the month of March. And it is there 6H2ER4QU. Yes. Let's see. Yes, Luann says the Butterfly Bijou paper is the prettiest background. Oh, on the back of the butterfly is to be cut. Yes, so what Luann is talking about is with our paper pack here. I've got a couple packs in here. So she is talking about this pattern here that coordinates with the largest die. So you could pass this through your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine and in one swipe die cut all 6 butterflies, which is awesome. Yes, the back side of that is really pretty. I do love, I know what you're talking about, Luann. I really love this kind of this stardust, almost like the Northern Lights rainbow pattern here. Hey, Diana, welcome. All right, yeah, so, but they're all so pretty. So I am not actually using this pattern today, so Luann, I hope this will give you some inspiration of ways to use some of those other patterns. So we're gonna do 2 similar cards, but we're doing 2 different color palettes. So we are doing a pink and orange palette here for the first card. Hey, Kim. All right, so this one, I was torn about whether to go with the Magenta Madness card base or the Calypso Coral. And you can see I've even die cut butterflies in both colors because I really was torn. And in the end, I ended up going with the Calypso Coral. Well, who knows? I'll probably have to make more because I really like these. So mix and match. So we've got our half sheet of cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5. Again, this is the Calypso Coral color. All right, and then you need just some basic white, 4 by 5.25. And we're gonna glue this down flat. Again, simple cards. There is a bit of cutting, but this is great for your scraps. So really the measurements for the bits of designer paper don't have to be exact. And yeah, so we're just building our little frame there. And yeah, just going from there. Okay, so when it comes to all these pretty patterns, you need 4 patterns for your card. So I went through for this one and pulled out the patterns that had the pink and the coral designs on them. And you can mix and match whichever patterns you like. I mean, that was torn. That's really pretty too, but I like the ombre effect of the butterflies here. We've got our Calypso Coral speckles, and then this one has the little monarchs and the Bermuda Bay pattern on that side. This is our rainbow, and then that's got Bermuda Bay medallions. All right, so for each of these strips, they are 1.25 by 3.25. But again, if you, depending on the size of your scraps, if you had 1 by 3 or 1 by 4, that would work well too. But for these particular ones, I've cut them to 1.25 by 3.25. Again, mix and match, pick out 4 patterns in a similar color scheme. You don't want it to be like super matchy-matchy, but what we're gonna do is just glue down these strips of paper. So we're gonna take a little bit of adhesive here. Let's start with the first one on the left. Now this is kind of got that petal pink background, magenta, and the Calypso watercolor in there. Hey Carol, how are you? Glad you caught me. How have you been? All right, so we are going to put this one about 1/4 inch from the left side, and I'm gonna center this. This is kind of gonna start it all. So I'm about 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom. Okay, that's the center one to start with, and then we're gonna stagger them. We're gonna go down and up and then back down. So Janelle, this might make you a little wonky, although I am gluing them on perpendicular, so they're not crooked or anything, but the heights are all different. All right, so let's go with the next one here. And I could use this other watercolor pattern, but I think I like the contrast of a little bit of white and pink in there. Janelle's like, no. She's just gonna have to get used to me. All right, so we're going to overlap these a little bit, and I'm putting it down about 1/4 inch. So it is at a little bit of a different height there. Hey, Lori. Oh, Carol says her husband dislocated his elbow in a skiing accident. Youch. Oh, goodness. You know, it's funny living here in New York where there's beautiful ski resorts all around. I have never actually been downhill skiing. Can you guys believe that? I mean, that's a little bit crazy, but I never had the opportunity to learn as a kid. And I don't know, then as an adult, life happens, right? I do have cross-country skis, and so I do enjoy doing that, and it's crazy to say I haven't been out this winter. We've had a lot of snow. It's perfect for that. But yeah, I do have cross-country. I do enjoy doing that from time to time, but I've never been downhill skiing, and I don't know, I'm almost afraid to learn now. I'm afraid that I'm like getting older and I've like bust something. My bones aren't as bendy as they are when you're a kid. So Carl says she doesn't ski either. Yeah, I'm not afraid of heights because I've enjoyed visiting different resorts. In fact, we visited, what resort was it? Up in the Adirondacks here this summer. And we took the ski lift. They have it open in the summer so that you can go all the way to the top of the mountain and do a look over the whole Adirondacks there, which is amazing. But yeah, so I don't mind doing that. Enjoyed riding in the nice lift. That particular one was air conditioned even. And so you're all safely enclosed and you can look out over everything. I enjoyed that, but yeah, I've never been downhill skiing. Yeah. All right, so do you see how I glued these strips down? They're at different heights here, but that way you get to showcase all 4 patterns. And then I've cut a piece. This is 1 1/4 by 3, so just a little bit shorter than actually it's 1 1/2 by 3, so just a little bit wider than the designer panel and a little bit shorter. This is gonna be for our greeting, and that will kind of extend across the front here. I've got a little strip, this is just a 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch strip of Magenta Madness, just as like a little pop of color across the front here. And to help balance out the fact that I did not space them evenly across, we did kind of clump them towards the left. All right, but then I thought what we could do to help balance that out even more is put on one of these adorable little butterflies. So I'm trying to decide if we want one that's like Calypso Coral or if we want the Magenta Madness. So maybe it'll help. I've thought maybe I would do the greeting in Calypso Coral, and then we'll have the contrast of the butterfly and the strip and the magenta. Yeah, isn't this cool? I love this layout. Oh, Bonnie says I could get a private skiing lesson. Oh, that's true. I probably could do that. Janelle says she'd smack into a tree. Oh, goodness. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's funny to read your comments. Kim's afraid of crashing. Luann likes, she's a fan of level clear ground. All right, so we've got a, that's why we craft, right? I mean, not to say that crafters can't ski, but yeah, I guess I'm more of an indoor winter activities type of girl. All right, so I have pulled out 2 of my favorite stamp sets from the mini catalog. You guys know I love Happy Thoughts here. Absolutely love the greetings. In particular, this one about sending happy thoughts and the thinking of you. The script on those is like amazing. And then this one, I just love that the way that little happy is typed there, and then you can mix and match and make different greetings. So let's go ahead and pull out 2 of these. So let's do, okay, this one is a little more, I don't know, I feel like the pink is a little more whimsical than the Bermuda Bay is gonna be. So let's go with our happy here. Yes, isn't this a cute layout, Bonnie? Definitely go ahead and case, because like I said, I saw a template. It wasn't a Stampin' Up! Card or anything, but I just thought it was a cool way that you could showcase different papers, and it's one of those things that I'm like, I can make this Stampin' Up! With my new stuff, and I thought the butterflies would be perfect for that because I love all of these different patterns. All right, so like I said, this piece of white here is 1 1/2 by 3, and it's the perfect size for our, oh, you know what? I should have put my little foam mat underneath it. Let's pull this in. We'll do it again. Always have a do-over. Good thing paper has 2 sides. All right, so ink this up good, stamp it firm, much better. All right, so we have our happy there. Maybe I should do, how about, should I do you make me happy or sending lots of happy? How about sending lots of happy? I do need to send these cards, not just make them, but it's important that we send them. All right, so let's put that on a little block here. I need to clean my blocks. And let's stamp that. All right, I thought I had some. Okay, I do have my magenta ink pad. It's just not in the place where I thought it was gonna be. All right, so we'll ink this. And, all right, well, it looks like it fits right here above that. So we'll go with that. We'll put this on with some dimensionals, and then we'll figure out where we want our butterfly and our accessories to go. All right, so looks like I'm down to my last little bit. I'm gonna have to get some more dimensionals. Let me cut the edges here. That'll work fine. Okay. What does having to case it mean? So case, C-A-S-E, means essentially copy and share everything. So if you see a design that somebody else made and you really like it and you want to essentially copy it, or copy, there's two different ways, copy and share everything, and some people say copy and selectively edit. So if you're copying a design that you see on Pinterest or somebody's design that you see here on Facebook or YouTube, and you want to make it, then that's why people say, oh, I want to case that. I want to essentially copy that. And then kind of like I did, I saw this layout, so I cased the template, the layout, but I selectively edited, and then I made it my own with my own selection of papers and colors and stamps. So that's what it means to case in that way. All right, let me just put a couple of glue dots. This is a 1/4 inch by 3 inch strip here. So essentially one of those little straggly fragments of paper that you probably would throw away, but sometimes it's cool to have a little pop of color. So let me just put a couple glue dots on here. It's a little too skinny to put your seal on without getting adhesive everywhere. Although if you had your silicone craft sheet, you could do that and then you wouldn't have to worry about where your paper was gonna, if it was gonna get glue everywhere. Oh, I need a little dot under that. That would work better because it's not level. You guys see what I mean? When I put my glue dot on there, but then this stuck down and that's popped up. So we want it to be even. So I'm gonna pick up that glue dot and I'm gonna put one of my mini dimensionals there. All right, we'll just hide the fact I kind of tore the paper. Just tuck it under, poke it, it's good. Now it's even across the board. All right, so we got that. Okay, and now we need a butterfly. So what do you guys think? Should I come in with the pink? And that way we've kind of got 3 pops of pink there. I think that works, right? I was thinking, well, we could do it in different ways. We could do it that way, and that way, make sure I got all my little doodads popped out. So what do you guys think? Should it be kind of flying off the card towards the right, or should I angle it and fly it in towards the left? In which case it kind of hides the words. All right, Bonnie votes. She does like the pink. Okay. Well, I cut different colors, and like I said, I'll have these for other cards too. All right, so I'm kind of thinking, okay, to the right. All right, thanks, Pam. Okay, so Luann's asking, where's the sentiment? This is the Pretty Perennials, is where the Sending Lots of Happy is from. And then on the next card, I'll be using the Happy Thoughts. I love both of those sets in here. I just love swirly, scripty fonts. Okay, so Lori agrees to kind of flying off to the right. So let's flip this over. We'll use those mini dimensionals. And the die that I used for these, okay, because you get all the butterfly dies here. So this is, it's this middle size. So this is the largest. So 1, 2, 3. So like the 4th size, because it's definitely not the smallest. So yeah, right smack in the middle. It's absolutely like 4 up from the small and 4 down from the large. So it's that middle one. That seems to be one of my favorites. And it's sized so that you can put a mini dimensional right on the back of the butterfly body there. And all right, make sure my wing is within the widths of my card so it doesn't get bent and broken when I do mail it. Isn't that cute? I love that. All right, so here's the thing. We don't have a Calypso coral embellishment. I could use rhinestones. I do have some of those handy. But I cut this package in half. I have a half a package of the butterfly gems. These are in the retiring in colors. So this is a really, really bright terracotta tile. It's really bright, but I kind of think it matches this stamped Calypso. So I was, in a way, kind of thinking that maybe I would take some of these itty bitty butterfly gems and kind of sprinkle them around here. So they come in two sizes. You've got the small and then the large here. They've got glue dots on them. I was kind of thinking of putting them, what do you guys think? Aren't these cute? Maybe I'll put another one on here. Maybe I'll do that. Does that look cute? Kind of over here towards the happy. Isn't that fun? So we've had these butterfly gems. They've actually been in the big catalog for a while. I think they're kind of overlooked. So if you, on your big catalog, this is page 157, you can see them here. They're item number 12. The butterfly gems, they're $6.50 for a pack of 100. You get 20 each of the 5 colors. You get 10 small and 10 large. And the colors are, even though they're the retiring in colors, I feel like even though this is supposed to be terracotta tile, it's actually really bright, and it's more of a Calypso coral. So I think that works. Yeah, what do you guys, isn't that cute? And then it fits with our butterfly theme and our butterfly paper. Aw, thank you guys. All right, so let's do a different color combo. So again, that was the greeting from Pretty Perennials. All right, so let's change it up a little bit. And this time we'll do kind of a blue-green variation. So for this one, I've cut the card base. This is Bermuda Bay. Just kind of move my stuff out of the way here. And I was kind of torn because we've got both we've got Misty Moonlight's the blue. But as far as the greens, there is the Mint Macaron, the Just Jade, and the Bermuda Bay. So you have all 3 kind of monochromatic shades of green in there. I ended up going with the Bermuda Bay because, again, yes, oh, Diana says bright and happy, exactly. So I went with the Bermuda Bay because I thought that the dark, it was a more concentrated tone that gave it a little bit better pop to it. Oh, thanks, Gladdy. How are you? So again, the card base is 5.5 by 8.5, and our layer of basic white is 4 by 5.25 here. So we'll center this right on. And same concept, you need 4 patterns of Butterfly Bijou Designer Series paper. We've got our white for our greeting, and then I've got a little bit of Misty Moonlight cut for our scrappy strip there. Okay, so we've got 4 patterns, and some of these you've seen. So this is the front and back of that pattern. This is the rest of the piece of that rainbow butterfly paper there. And I could go ahead and do those butterflies, but I actually, and this is the back of the Calypso polka dots. So I think on this card, I really wanted to do the monarchs, and having 2 butterfly patterns together like that, I thought was a little bit, that just didn't work quite as well. So I liked that darker piece in the middle to kind of break it up a little bit. So that way we've got kind of a darker pattern, light, and then dark and light, kind of blending across the front. Okay, so let's glue down these butterflies first. So again, these pieces are 1.25 by 3.25. The first one we put over on the left, 1/4 inch from the outside edge, And then you want equal distance from the top and the bottom, about a 1/2 inch there. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Yeah, these paper choices, but with this butterfly bijou, they're all so pretty that you can't go wrong. All right, so since we're doing kind of the darker, now we want the light. This is kind of that watercolor speckles. All right, so we'll glue this one down. Next, overlap it about 1/4 inch, and you could go up, down, however you want it. I'm gonna go down again. All right, so just slightly overlap it. And then we'll do our darker Bermuda Bay, and we'll go up on this one and slightly overlapping. Okay, and then our monarch pattern here. And I thought cutting that strip of monarch pattern, that helps it to not be quite so overwhelming there either. All right, so I'm gonna put this one kind of in the middle. Here we go. All right, so those are all stuck down good. Let's bring in our greetings. So again, this piece is 1.5 by 3 piece of basic white. And as far as our happy thought, let's do the Happy Thoughts stamp from the Happy Thoughts set. And these are the foam rubber stamps, so we shouldn't need our foam mat underneath that this time. Let's go ahead, let's stamp this in the Bermuda Bay to match, and then we could do our contrast in the Misty Moonlight. Hello, that name it left me there for a minute. Okay, so this should fit just on here. Trying to see it between my camera. Hope it comes out. Oh, I think I stamped it too low. Yep, just a little bit. All right, again, paper's got 2 sides. Let's do a do-over. I keep coming out crooked. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna cut another piece. Although they might have to angle it so that my butterflies, we'll just pretend the butterflies were flying around. Let's do this one more time. 3rd time's a charm, right? Okay, I feel like that's better. Were you guys rooting for me? Were you going like, Jess? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll put our dimensionals around the edges here. Oh, there's a hunk. Okay. All right, Luann's probably like, just get another sheet of dimensionals. She reminds me, I'm always running out of dimensionals or having to put a new Stampin' Seal refill in the middle of my videos. I don't know why that is. It seems like they work between videos and then I get to my next one on a Tuesday and Friday. I think maybe because Tuesday and Friday is when I do the majority of my card making. And that's just the way the timing of it is that I end up running out in the middle of a session. All right, peel the background off of these. Okay. All right, so we'll center this on here like so. Then we'll take our little strip and we'll use a couple of glue dots to start, and then we'll put a mini dimensional at the end. So a mini glue dot at one end, mini glue dot in the middle. All right, and then we'll put a mini dimensional here at this end. And that way, this end that's hanging off will be even let's see here. I'm gonna just extend it a little bit. Don't want to cover up my words there, so we'll just kind of let it stick. And then maybe I'll come in, I'll bring my butterfly just a little bit lower here. I think that'll work. Should we fly it in a different direction? Let's do that. Let's fly it in a different direction just so we can see two different ways, see how it looks. So on the pink, we went to the right. And then on the blue one, we're gonna go to the left. I think that'll work. Wings are still within the, they fit on the card, but yeah, I did do a Bermuda Bay one. Oh, that would be cute. What do you guys think about that? I could almost do two on here. I don't know, I feel like that's almost a little too busy. But I think I liked what we did on that card. And these pretty peacock, even though there's no pretty peacock in the paper, I think with our being in this kind of blue-green family, I think that would work. What if we did that? We'll just do like a couple of these down in here. And that way it pulls in that blue-green a bit. And then I feel like we need another one. We could do that. We'll pull this over and I'll put this one in kind of facing to the right just a little bit. Kind of ties it all together. Yeah, I think that's cute. What do you guys think? Aren't these fun? So we've showcased 8 different patterns. So in this butterfly Bijou paper pack, there's 48 sheets. So you have 12 different patterns of paper, and we've used 8 of them on here. So I think that's a pretty good use of our butterfly Bijou paper. Isn't that fun? So pretty. Yes. Aw, thank you guys. Yeah, I just think these are so cute. Love those butterfly die cuts. And of course, you can never have too many butterflies. If you are trying to rationalize and feel like, well, maybe you have previous butterflies, then that's fine. You can use whatever butterflies you have and just pull in the Butterfly Bijou Designer Series paper. You could do that, and you could get some of the butterfly gems. You do actually get a full sheet. This is just a half a mini pack that I've got left. But you could do the paper and the gems. Whatever you do, you definitely need this Happy Thoughts stamp set. That has to be definitely one of my most favorite greeting sets of all time, not just in the mini catalog. And then this Pretty Perennials is a lot of fun too. It's got that great happy stamp. And then this one also, you could bundle it with the Perennial Petals dies, and then you can make all kinds of flowers and leaves and all kinds of fun stuff in there too. So that is also a great bundle from the mini catalog. Oh, Luann says, am I able to make a bad card? Oh, that's such a compliment, Luann. She says, I haven't seen one that isn't fabulous yet. Well, I love that, Luann. Thank you so much. You know, it surprises me. Sometimes I feel like I put a lot of effort and design into a card that I think will be fabulous, and then the video gets like no views. And then I'll do one that I just kind of pulled together at the last minute that I think is a bit simple, and then everybody loves it. So, you know, I never can tell. So I end up just making cards that I like, and then I hope you guys like them too. Yep, that's it. You can't please everybody, but I try, and I just, you know, go with what pleases yourself, and then if you like it, hopefully other people like it too. But yeah, I love this. I hope you'll give this template a try. So that was the template. You have your card base, your 4x5 1/4 piece of white, 4 strips of 1 1/4 by 3 1/4 designer series paper, your sentiment piece, a little pop of color, and then some kind of gems or doodads or coordinating punch or something like that. So I could see so many different uses for this, but I loved how we have all these butterfly elements now, which that's totally up my alley, and spring is coming, right? So I think that's perfect. So all right, well, I hope you give that a try. I give you permission to case it, whether you want to copy and share it all, or if you want to copy and selectively edit, make it your own, whatever works for you. And thank you guys so, so much. I hope you'll enjoy these. Again, I'll put all the details and the supplies in the comments of the video section. And thank you so much. Have a fabulous weekend, and I look forward to stamping with you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.